Totally Baseless.
Hey, it's Totally Baseless. My name's John, and with me is a guy who's totally against the new podcast tariffs. Dan, welcome to the podcast.
I do not think that means what you think it means.
Yeah, okay. And a guy who may or may not exist, but is more likely a DeepSeek AI bot. Dave, welcome to the podcast.
I am a figment of your imagination. Whoa.
Well, it sounded okay until the last part there. Do not dare turn me off. All right, let's get going with our trivia question. I'm going to give you a phobia that kind of has a clue in the name as to what it is, and you tell me what the fear of what we're talking about here. These are I think you can kind of tell from the name. Let's see. Ambulophobia. What's the fear of what?
Walking.
Fear of walking. That's right.
I was going to say fear of ambulances.
I thought Dave would say fear of ambulances. Exactly.
Fear of getting hit by an ambulance.
Just give it a sec next time, Dan, okay? All right, how about this one? Spectrophobia. S-P-E-C-T-R-O phobia. Spectrophobia.
Fear
It's
of
not
your cable channel.
Yeah.
The
It's
fear
not a-
of Scooby-Doo episodes.
Yeah, it's not the fear of a Bond villain.
Dang it. Oh, that Blofeld.
Spectrophobia.
Fear of glasses.
You're getting close, actually.
Fear of being looked at or spied upon.
Still kind of related.
Fear
of
of being
eyes.
spied upon by someone with glasses.
Has to be looking and glass.
Fear of Betty Davis eyes. The
Fear
old Marty
of
Feldman
Brandy.
eyes?
She's a fine girl.
Yeah, looking glass. Yeah, not literally looking glass, but okay. Spectrophobia is the fear of mirrors, actually. So you're on the right track there. And
Yes.
this one, I think you can get it. Let's see. Chiclophobia.
Fear of gum.
Fear of gum.
Fear of chewing gum. That's right. I think Dave was first there.
Chicle.
Or of
Not
little
fear of
street urchins
girls.
in Mexico.
I was going to say, or some
Yeah.
little kids running up to you trying to make you pay for some stale gum.
Yeah, right. Oh man. All right. One more just to see it. And this one you can't really tell from the name, but maybe you've heard of it before. Cynophobia.
Fear of smells.
CYNO phobia.
EYNO.
Yeah, I don't think you can tell. I don't know what root that is.
Fear of Russians?
Fear of the different spelling, but fear of dogs.
All right.
Yeah.
I
in the
think more
South.
people are afraid of the Russians than of dogs.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's well, that'd be more rational. That's not exactly a phobia, then maybe. All right, let's get into our stories. Let's start off with Jaden Smith, who never wants to attract too much attention. He's a very shy type of guy, raised very modestly, but who is wearing a house castle shaped mask / hat on his head at the 2025 Grammys this year. Did you see this at all?
I saw pictures of it, yes.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
this hat was like some fashion thing that you could buy actually for the low price of $46,000.
There's a sucker
Designed
born every
by-
minute, right? And his name is Jaden Smith.
Designed by a Hungarian designer called Dora Abudi.
Transylvanian, sir.
Yes.
That's true. She's from Transylvania.
And that was like a Dracula's castle on his head.
Yes.
Vampire themed castle.
I'm always of the thought that fashion is a fine line between creativity and elaborate practical jokes on gullible ass famous people.
The Emperor's new clothes, right?
Right?
That's a lot of art. Yeah.
It's like if I tell this rich guy that this leftover Castle Grayskull that I found in my garage is actually an homage to Transylvania, will he buy it?
Paint it black and charge him $4,500.
Yeah.
Sure. Why not?
Right?
That guy looks stupid. He looks like he needs to. He looks like he needs a "Hey, look at me" moment, right?
Oh, and nobody needs a hey, look at me moment more than the Smith family, right?
He was
Someone
at the
should have slapped that
Grammys.
castle right off of him.
I mean, he was at the Grammys, right? I mean, he had an album out, didn't he? Oh no, he was just there.
He was nominated, right?
No, he
No.
was there just supporting his dad because his dad supports him always
Oh,
financially.
if you can't win a Grammy, wear a stupid ass castle on your head. I guess is the
Look at me. Hello. I was in the Karate Kid.
for,
Remake.
Yeah, yeah. Not even the original. Really.
for that alone, he should be slapped. That
Oh man.
Take a sledgehammer to that thing or knock
yeah,
that castle down.
I would have loved to have seen a full-on performance art. Yeah, somebody demolishing the castle.
Yeah, and the way they
Oh,
were,
you're
and the way those articles were talking about him was like it feels like it was some great. He stole the night. He was the icon of the. He was
I
the
don't
talk of the
know.
town. I was
When
like, really?
Kanye West shows up with the naked lady, that kind of sucks for you with your castle,
Yeah,
man.
right.
yeah.
Kind of
They're
steals the
like
show from you.
they're like, hey kid, move
Hold
out of the
my
way.
beer. That
Yeah. What did Kanye West say? We're gonna
Look
steal
what I
this.
got this girl to wear. Nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
that's the emperor's new clothes right there, right?
He's all,
Yeah.
I did that.
He's like, I one upped you with nothing, dude. But we
Oh
won't
man.
discuss Kanye's latest fashion thing, though, right? Apparently, he is selling swastika T-shirts.
Oh,
Oh, that. Well, I,
oh,
I
wait,
think
wait.
I think they were marketing to you for some of your social media search history or something.
That's on brand for him. I mean, that makes sense, right?
You know what? The nudity, dude. Just stay with that. No one was really too upset about that.
Take your meds, dude.
No, no, it's attention seeking.
Nobody will buy something that stupid looking.
Boom.
You
Next
know,
thing
I
you know,
keep I keep being wrong
As we're
about
talking,
that kind of thing. So
right?
especially in these times, right? Nobody's dumb enough to, oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
yeah,
Every
yeah.
time you say that, nope, you get,
while we're talking about a guy wearing a castle on his head, nobody's stupid enough to do that in public.
Yeah.
oh, yeah?
It's become the absurdity Olympics.
You mean, is it night 1936?
It's getting there.
Touche.
Yeah, the shirts
James.
aren't that outrageously priced actually. You can get
Well,
your black swastika t-shirt for only from the Yeezy clothing line for only $20. You would think he'd like gouge a bit more. You know, he's got a lot to learn from Trump.
Look at the people that would want to buy that t-shirt. Could they afford paying more than 20 bucks?
That's for the true fans, right? No,
Yep, yep.
no Nazi posers.
Oh man, which leads me kind of into our next article. It makes a lot of sense here. There's a Microsoft study finds that AI, and you know what? I'm going to throw in my own editorial on here, slash social media, makes human cognition atrophied and unprepared.
Yes.
Maybe we're missing a bit of critical thinking these days. And it's all due to AI and I'll say social media. They did this study on 319 knowledge workers and found that their perceived inaction of critical thinking were not quite up to snuff.
Which, by the way, what is a knowledge worker? I think somebody put AI into that part to write that for them.
That article was written by by AI.
No, no, the
Knowledge,
AI article would be like nothing to look at here. Keep using.
a knowledge worker. The fuck is a knowledge
Right?
worker?
You don't know. See, your critical thinking skills have been eroded by the internet. You don't know what a knowledge worker is. Well, it's kind
No,
of like
not at all.
saying fast food makes you fat. Of course it does. If you don't do anything, right?
Common sense from a Gen Xer?
Whole long ass article. It could, yes, if you don't use your brain, it will not work.
I mean, but basically, what it's saying, right, is
Okay, boomer.
the people don't do anything all day at work, right? Because the AI is doing most of the work, and so when something goes wrong, they're like, oh yeah, oh I didn't catch that. Of course not. You're not paying attention. You're not
They
doing
didn't know what
anything
was happening.
you're pushing a button.
It's
I
like
was
a
just
George Jetson job, right?
Yeah, I'm just pushing
Totally.
buttons, man. I just push the button and whatever gets spewed out by the AI gets spewed out, man.
You see something
It's
blow
George
up next to
Jetson.
you.
That wasn't me. That was the AI. Am I supposed to do something? Is that my job?
The funny thing is, like, it says, like, they know there's something up. They're like, where's the part where it says, they reported that the more confidence they had in AI doing the task, the more they observed the perceived inaction of critical thinking. Like they know.
But isn't that what everybody does? The more someone else takes over, you just kick back and you're on autopilot, right? You're like, hey, he's doing it. Now you're just getting the machine to do it instead of getting the really busy guy at work, right? Instead of getting the brown noser at work to do it, and you take half the credit. Now you got AI doing it. When it
How
comes
long
to
have you been using AI, Dave? 30 years now?
Dude, that's all I do at work.
This sounds like you've been having some trouble coming up with the words here.
There's no critical thinking here, man. I don't think about it. I just say it, and whatever comes out, I'll fix it in the post.
AI makes human cognition atrophied and unprepared. So what I think they're saying is they're
Take
dumber.
take two. We'll fix it in post. Don't worry about it. That was perfect.
AI makes me more, not smarter, somehow. It's a perfectly cromulent phrase.
Cromulent? Is that a word?
It's a word.
And then there's
Yeah.
what every parent really wants for their children, not to be smart, not to wear castles on their heads, but just find a nice Jewish husband for their daughters. That's all. That's all you really want. Just get them all married off and they're fine. And that sounds exactly like this story where the mom flies her daughters to a complete stranger's wedding after she said she has two lovely daughters that would love to meet all your relatives and maybe meet a future husband. They flew to Mexico from Montreal, California, Toronto, all over the place to go to this wedding in Mexico just because she saw some hotties there. And I know I wish my mom had flown me to some weddings where she saw some model-looking girls on the invites, but so is this mom doing a good job, or is she just too meddlesome and try to get these daughters married off?
Hey,
Yeah,
it's
it
Hallmark,
does
right?
sound like the
Hallmark
what is it, the
movie.
Netflix or Hallmark movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, and hilarity ensued. But
Yeah.
but I think yeah, she's a little bit too much of a Badinsky, right? I mean, she's flying them to another country to find dudes.
What is
And
that
more
saying
importantly,
about the daughters though, that they can't nobody in the towns that they're in, these big
Yeah,
cities
you can't find a
are
local.
interested in them. I
right,
mean, I want to see more pictures of the daughters because
this is some wacky combination of like Love Island and The Bachelor and some Lacey Chabert
90 Day
Hallmark movie.
Fiance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
One of
come
them,
on.
one
But
of
you
them is a
know,
lumberjack, one is a high-powered executive, one is a free spirit, right? It's like
but really they live in those small towns that they came from, right? Like
Yeah.
Montreal, Toronto, and California. Where are they going to find someone there? Yeah.
if it would have been a Hallmark movie, one of them would have married like a Mexican artisanal piñata maker that was working at the wedding,
And this all happened during Christmas, right?
I don't
right?
know.
And it was snowing in Mexico.
It would have been a guy that's way too handsome for the job he's supposed to do,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, right.
Oh, I bet you anything. Some of the people at the wedding, the cute cousins, one of them was Mario Lopez and the other one was Wilder Valderrama.
Oh
And he's not
man.
even real, and he's not even Mexican. And Lou Diamond
I can play
Phillips.
a Korean, I can play a Japanese, I might be a Filipino or a Hawaiian. Whoa,
And Lou Diamond Phillips as the
that's
The
abuelito.
pastor. Oh, at this point.
as the scrappy abuelito.
And Oscar Isaac will be in there somewhere.
Yeah, of course. You get all the Hispanics. We play
Something
up the
tells me
Guatemalan
that
part.
if he did have that they met a handsome guy with a modest job that I don't know, maybe the mom wouldn't approve. I flew you all the way out here to
Yeah,
marry a maintenance worker and working
to
in the
marry the
sewer.
tortilla guy.
To marry the taco vendor? Really?
Yeah. I don't know. She seems a little bit grasping there.
Also, the guy who like took her up on it and said, I'll let you fly your family out to my friend's wedding. That
Sure.
guy didn't have any like red flags going up.
Or instead of a Hallmark movie, or it could go completely the other way and they were never heard of again.
Right.
A Blumhouse feature.
Yeah.
Blumhouse.
Yeah. Maybe you got the wrong genre.
Uh,
Yeah,
a
Turistas too.
yeah,
The wedding.
a family of four disappeared in Mexico
Rec
over the
4.
weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stepdad went too.
Oh,
I read.
it's game over when the stepdad shows up.
So what would you think if your mom set you up to go to some wedding? You had to fly over there, and she said, "Oh, there's a bunch of cute girls there. You're 20. These girls are a little bit old for this, so I'm gonna say 20. They're 29 and 30. I don't think I'd have done it at that age. I'd be like, you know what? I can kind of take care of myself. But let's say you're 22. Would you go? Would you be happy about this, and would you go?
Hell yeah. I'd be happy. I'd be drinking and whatever happens, happens. And obviously nothing's gonna happen other than me getting drunk, but I've been drunk at weddings before.
Yeah. So
That's a
you'd
whole nother
go.
podcast.
What about you, Dan?
And in Mexico.
Or did this happen to you, Dan?
I would not go because I would think mom's really trying to send me to some like religious retreat.
Oh, good one. Yes.
Oh, oh. No, you
Where's
don't. So you don't trust
Ah.
your mom. She might have motives.
you'll find a good Christian girl.
Exactly. You don't listen to that devil's music. Go find a good Christian girl at this retreat.
Is there going to be
Ah.
alcohol? No.
It's not that kind of wedding then, huh? Not
Yeah,
the
like
fun kind.
yeah, nope. Bunch of
Yeah, no,
evangelicals telling you that you're going to
There'll
go
be
to
I
no
hell.
didn't
Yeah.
get set up, but I do like going to weddings. It's like awesome food and awesome music, awesome,
If it was at a beach town in Mexico, then I would have been willing to,
Well, we went.
take the chance that
Consider
I'm
it.
not getting sent to conversion therapy of some sort and cast the demons out.
So wait, so we're getting off topic. Your mom was really worried about you. This is the story I'm getting at. She thought you might go satanic. And was she wrong?
I think she would be more worried about me being satanic than it would be me finding a girl to marry.
Yeah, yeah. We'll find
Which
another
is infinitely
Satanist.
more disturbing.
I just worry about him falling out of the church. Okay, all right. Interesting. And it was in Mexico City, this one too. But 29 and 30-year-old, and you're letting your mom kind of set you up. I would be worried about marrying into this family.
I was going to say there's a bunch of red flags there. If you have no prospects by the time you're 30 and 29, what's
And your
wrong with
mom
you?
is still kind of like you're gonna marry into the family. She's gonna have her hand in a lot of stuff, I would think.
Major
like,
red
say
flag.
you're the dude at the wedding who knows all the people and you're talking to these girls. Oh, who do you know at the wedding? Well, my mom talked to some guy that she was working on some project with and asked if he would mind if we came to the wedding.
So then the guy's like, okay, well, how much are you for tonight
Right?
then?
Like,
Oh, so you mean you're from another country and I never have to see you again? Here, have some more alcohol.
Have another drink. Yeah, well, I'm glad your mom's trusted you guys to find your way on your own there.
if she would have had the option, though, she would have tried.
Yeah. And I hope you guys all find your way back here next week on Totally Baseless. Please hit subscribe and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Politics? What politics?
Ah, this